If 2 times the square root of negative 2 is subtracted from 3 times the square root of negative 18, the difference is what? So the first thing we want to do is rewrite these radical expressions in terms of I. So 2 times square root of negative 2, well, you can factor out a square root of negative 1 from it, right? So square root of negative 1 is just I, so this becomes 2I times square root of 2. Now for 3 times negative square root of negative 18, we can factor out a negative 1. So we get 3I times square root of 18. But remember, we want to put it in its simplified form, right? So notice that square root of 18 can be written as square root of 9 times square root of 2. We can factor out that perfect square of a 9 from it. So we finally get 3I times 3 times square root of 2. So 9I times square root of 2. So now we set up the problem now that we've simplified. So 2 times square root of negative 2 is subtracted from 3 times square root of 18. So you want to take 3 times square root of negative 18 minus 2 times square root of negative 2. Let me redo this one so that it looks nicer. Okay, and now we do our replacements, the things that we found in terms of I. So 3 times square root of negative 18 is 9I square root of 2 minus 2I square root of 2. And now notice that they both have an I times square root of 2 in common, so we can factor that out. So if we factor out an I times square root of 2, what's left? 9 in the first term, then minus 2 in the second term. And then 9 minus 2 is 7. So we want to write this as 7I times square root of 2. And mathematical notation states that you write the number first, and then the complex value I, and then the square root at the very, very end. So this is the way it should look. And since there's nothing else we can do, this is our final answer.